Now whether it's 5 rupees or 5 crore rupees, when Indians spend money, they want the best bang for their buck. True? Well, it's no different when it comes to luxury cars. So now what if I told you could get a BMW that offered you the legroom of a 5 Series but came in roughly the same size and roughly the same price bracket as a 3 Series? Well, that's because BMW's 3 Series GT is hitting Indian roads now, and this sounds like the best of both worlds. Is it good enough? Let's find out. No surprises, when viewed from the front, the GT looks like a BMW 3 Series. The squinting headlamp and chrome inserts look familiar. But it looks a bit mutated. Everything is a bit bigger. The front apron is different, with more pronounced air dams and slots to improve aerodynamics. Well, the fact is, the 3GT is bigger than the saloon. It is 17mm wider. And when you step this way, you will see that it is longer by 200mm, while the wheelbase is up by 110mm. It is also taller by 81mm. And while the rolling roofline tries to mask the extra volume, the 3GT's biggest stumbling block will be its bloated look. Sure, it doesn't look sleek like the saloon, but in the flesh, it isn't as frumpy as the 5GT either. But this package is packed with practicality. Along with 18-inch wheels, there's 165mm of ground clearance, which is 25mm more than the saloon. And the boot has got a boost too. The powered liftback hatch opens wide and reveals 520 liters of space. And if you feel the need, a quick pull at these levers flips the seats forward to reveal a 1600-liter loading bay. And as you head to the rear bench, you will notice the beautiful frameless doors. And once inside, you won't miss the extra 71mm of knee room. Now, as promised, this back seat does deliver. This just feels way more spacious. I mean, not just legroom, you've got great headroom as well. And the seats, although there's good under-thigh support, it could be a little bit better, but a lot more adjustability as well. As you can see here, the backrest angle can also be tailored to your requirements. It can be done for the entire back seat. And all in all, a more comfortable and usable back seat. But one area where it still lacks is it isn't a wider package, and the central tunnel here now on the floor is still quite high, so the middle passenger will be sitting legs played out still. At the front too, there is more room and the seating position is more commanding as you sit nearly 60mm higher. But other than that, the interiors feel very familiar. The design is similar to the saloon and so is the equipment. You do get a panoramic sunroof that is massive. And when the GT goes on sale in India, it will be offered with a reversing camera and park distance control as options. So, with all that taken care of, let's hit the Spanish highways. We had a great mix of open highways and hill roads to test the 3 Series GT. Now the chances are, if you're thinking of buying a 3 Series, you want to spend some time behind the wheel. So is this taller, heavier, slightly bigger 3 Series less fun? Let's see. Well, other than the size, the 3GT's basics remain the same. It has a front longitudinally mounted engine with power being sent to the rear wheels. And it will even come with the same engines on offer as the saloon. When the 3GT is launched in India, it will come only with the 2-liter diesel motor at first. The petrol motors will follow in. There'll be the 2-liter and of course then the 328i. I was driving the 328i petrol. This 4-cylinder turbocharged motor made zipping ahead really easy. 241 bhp and 35.6 kilograms of torque, coupled with the superb 8-speed automatic transmission, made up for the extra weight of the 3GT. However, when I started hustling it, the electric steering and reconfigured suspension felt capable but unexciting. So yes, it's got a quick steering, it turns in nicely, very positive as well, but you can't help escape the extra mass and the extra height that this car has. Nonetheless, the 3GT snaked its way up and down the hillside quite neatly. It also felt very stable and relaxing to drive on the highway. The McPherson strut front and multi-link rear setup has more travel, and our test car wasn't wearing the standard 17-inch rims. Now the GT here is wearing 18-inch rims, and on the smooth roads that we've been driving on, it's felt pretty comfy. It's only some big bumps that have tended to thunk through, but that's only to be expected. The ride quality on this feels quite nice. The suspension feels particularly a bit softer at the rear. So the 3GT isn't as exciting to look at or to drive as the saloon. But if you're looking for a practical package, the 3GT is hard to beat. With enough legroom to worry of 5 Series and a massive boot, the 3GT is surely very high on practicality. BMW will be assembling the 3GT in India, so you can expect it to be priced about 3 to 5 lakh rupees more than the 3 Series saloon, making it the sensible pick of the 3 Series range.